Hello everyone, welcome back to more Valhalla. Where we last left off, we're gonna spend the nights at the bar with Dana because the streets are not safe. I'm very worried about Dana. Not Dana, about Say. Okay, rise and shine. Oh, we just slept like that? Okay. Yeah, good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything else? I mean, it's not noon yet. So noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them, at least. I would not have been able to sleep that night. It's like, okay, gunshots are, happening. Maybe, maybe if I were Jill, and, maybe I'd feel safe and protected and calm, knowing that Dana was there with me that night, or very close by, as I slept, but I would be awake the whole night. I need to be ready in case shit gets real. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing like they were petrified somehow. Make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. I mean, are the White Knights, are they all humans, or are some of them like androids or robots? Or maybe like the suits that they wore, they armor locked like with Spartans in like the newer Halo games. It says, hey, like they can be hacked, like cars can be hacked. This is the future. Maybe they got AI or like an operating system that encompasses the entire suit of armor that can just be locked down, if needed. I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian forced lynching any white knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on the edge too. I wonder if Say is okay. I'm wondering that as well. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here? Yep, probably. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take this Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay, then let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. Oh shit! And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Oh, this is cool. Hey boss. The hell boss, this reminds me of Metal Gear. It also reminds me of like the Mega Man like Battle Network games. Actually more Mega Man Battle Network games than Metal Gear. Wanna hang out for a bit? I was like how like the little pulses whenever she speaks. Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit, mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. Oh my fucking god, yes! Yes! Yes, this game's amazing! This game's fucking amazing, I love it. This is great. Yeah, yes! WrestleMania reference. Oh my god, I love Dana so much. But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Alright, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it's. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when we were going to the bay. We'll just have to snuggle up together. Won't we, Dana? Yes. Yes. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing, it's just like the one I had many years ago. Ooh. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want, I never used it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough, 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Or Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh yeah, that's just for he's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking, blue eyes and a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? Maybe he's not a cat at all. First I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home, we had a bear. I see. What? Good old Bosco. Yep, Bosco. Would she grow up in Russia? Is that where Gil? Is that how she knows Gil? Is that why Gil works there? He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What, me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. Oh, that's right, this is the future. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Is this pic recent, or... Actually, the one's from 3 to 4 years ago. Oh. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27, what did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms, then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Yeah, I already knew that Jill, I'm guessing she swung both ways or was a lesbian, or she has an affinity for the women. It's talking to Knight, the person who recommended me this game. Let's say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things in the... Wow. Never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing... Yeah, it is, sort of. She always seems so calm and collected. And, sort of stoic. Or just, or done. It's hard to picture Jill getting ultra hyper-emotional, whether, happy or sad. And you look so happy in the pic. Why have her pick out like this, then? I just couldn't get my mind off of something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. Yeah, shit's getting way too deep. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the streets. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an It's nothing. Now please, give that to me. Alright. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyway, that would not work with me. I pretty much can read things instantaneously. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. It's I didn't say anything. It's shit, I saw everything already. Oh, holy shit. Beers so far, cans left, remaining beer 100%. Spark, yeah. Oh, is that a little billboard right outside? Okay. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card every time I buy their alcohol. But that beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more of a Pilsner. In English, please, yes. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Don't know, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Listen, Jill is an expert on these things, so she knows, She's able to, she has the, listen, her palate she has the refined alcohol palate, okay? If there was a Chopped on Food Network, but for alcoholic beverages, she could be a judge very easily, Things that alcoholic beverages that may taste the same to us normal people, she could just tell, very, very, very distinctly different. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid you used at the bar again? Neutrogenic dichometrical, what, okay, Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted the water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went to mass production, but the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is. Near the end, NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch never going away. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see, and I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Don't know what with being my boss and all. I was never too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Ooh, best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me that you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more, you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know. Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, you know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something and you had it there as a conversation starter, like fucking cow chop. Although no one comes here anyways, it's kind of pointless. What, no steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort, a different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess, a not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for! Hey boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Gil exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean, who the fuck is he? Oh yeah, that's... Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Gil was in the Hong Kong riots, and he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but... So far, I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and France during that time frame. And it's always like that. When I think I have the clue as to who he is, something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. He hit his tracks very well. He's a very smart boy. That guy's troublesome. A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. Okay. Can you trust a man who hates bell pepper is all I'm saying. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby, unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Then you can't. Man, what a... Yes, if he's allergic, I take back what I said. You know, that's just survival instincts. You know, good on him, but no. What a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee, and aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal as loyal gets. I return the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't just ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. Alma. I was gonna say... Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know. I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love, her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. Do you have bad relations with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone except for my mom, dad, and aunts. But back to Alma, I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's been so bent in finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed. Yeah. I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilum can be weird. I mean, wasn't she programmed to do this? So wouldn't that sort of come with the, come with it? I mean, if you're a human sex worker, I mean, generally, it's like looked down upon or not seen as like a very good thing, and also most humans who are sex workers or prostitutes, they really don't want to be in that position. So it's like they're likely to have be mixed up like pimps or abuse, or like be poor or have like bad childhoods or be abused earlier in life. But Dorothy, she was just made for this. So it's like, oh, this was made for. Maybe she has like instincts built into her brain, same way we have survival instincts or instincts to like procreate or propagate our species or something, or to form groups or something. Maybe that's in her too. Maybe that's why she's so. I'm stuttering. Maybe that's why she's so giddy or excited about what she does. You think? Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilum get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilum is a bit weird, though. It is? You expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons. Here's a tip. Bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and dolls like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. And aside, do you know why they're called Lilum? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilum are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Ooh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See, like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. See, this is what I like about these sound like two just regular people just having a conversation. No ooh, or over, anime-ish overreactions or anything crazy like that. No overarching plot or story like, I must do this because it is my goal, or back when I was a child, I watched this with my sister, and that spurred on some crazy thing. It's almost like there's some grand sense of destiny or journey or meaning. It's just two people just they're just talking to each other, and that feels really nice. It feels real, and it feels endearing, and they just feel real. They feel like people, which is really nice. You don't see that a lot in media, I guess. They go for the spark and the excitement and all the craziness, but it's like, oh, they feel like they could be your friends or just family members or just people you talk to or hang out with. When I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presents Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. How the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck. Well, you got excited there. And that is the problem. Back when I was obsessed with Jules, I sang the songs, dressed like her, I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. I can recite the Halo Legends movie by heart. Parts 1, 2, Homecoming, and Prototype. I can recite by heart, because I watched it so many times. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise! Tweens. Yep. Yeah. I was about to say. Oh, when you went to middle school, you learned that everyone's a fucking dick. It's almost like it's this thing I see online where it's like, hey, like Pokemon or kid shit's cool in elementary school because you're a kid, and in middle school it's not cool because everyone there's a dick trying to be cool or trying to fit in properly, and they're shunning people and trying to one up each other and trying to just climb to the top of the social hierarchy while just beating everyone down below them. And it's like, oh, in high school, no one gives a shit, or at least people care a lot less. So it's like, hey, this is like Pokemon and all this cool kid shit. Oh, it's back to being cool again. Same with college. They went out of their way to tease me about things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules, I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I'm worried about Jack Jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. It's like how I am with French people. Pavlov would be proud of me. Yeah, listen, Jill has the same Pavlovian reaction about being called Julianne as I do with French people. Holy shit, I just made a breakthrough. Also, if you didn't know, I'm very racist towards the French. Pavlovian reaction, I'm guessing that's a new term towards them. I've been raised and bred to hate them. So even finding out that Jill's part French, or seeing French people or hearing like a French voice or a strong French accent, it just like the hairs on my skin start to like raise or crawl. It's like, oh god, it's like no. It's like if you lived in the deep south and you're just raised to hate black people. Even if you've been away from that and you just see a black person, still instinctively it's like, or something. It's still in your brain. And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. The less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fuck, I have to stop. I'm back, sorry about that. Well, the music is still playing, or it's still continuing on, even though I've been gone for like 50 minutes, I just left it up. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edge, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment, he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little. And the next, he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age, my dad says his last words were something like, "Fucking scientists created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question? So humans can't upload the brains. I think that's you have to be born a little more robot in order to do that. Okay. We'll learn something. That's right, then the assassin I was talking about how, early on, people tried to upload their brain, but they ended up getting fried and they died. I'm guessing they didn't progress any further than that. Curious about you, really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh. From what you tell me, though, seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit. I've heard that one since I was a kid, actually. Boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back at ya. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called N1RVANN-A. Okay. This probably means something. Oh, Nirvana, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Nirvana. If you thought the city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. Means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do? Oh, I guess that's what all the dashes and classifications mean. I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvana in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given, yeah. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with Neo-san, friends. It's fucking Jesus Christ. I said Neo, son, like fucking anime. Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. She should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler and MMA fighter. Ooh. Chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascots. Corporate mascot? Oh, okay. I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friends moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And you know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know. Hey, boss, what will you do when the bar closes? I don't know, maybe we'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry, bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Yep. Even in the future, that bureaucracy will never change. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. Mostly, that would be a nice touch. Or like a pendant or amulet. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. What's happening? I'm frozen and awaiting something to happen with bated breath. Okay, that's snowing or it's ash. Oh, chapter 2. Oh, there's chapters. Amarga. Okay, achievement unlock coming right up. Okay. Electricity bill will be sent down on 24th place to make $8,000. Holy, what the fuck? Julia's curious about a Dharma she saw. Getting one will prevent her from being too distracted. Have a nice... Fuck. So, it's... I need 8 grand by the 24th. But, this is... Listen, Jill. Okay. What happens if you are distracted? What happens to Jill if she's distracted is all I'm wondering. Because, you see... you see, where is the... Wait, no. It's the... Oh, wait, hang on. Is this thing... Wait, no. Customize... Because this... This is 10 grand, okay? This is 10 G's. And I was told that from my friend Knight that I really need this for a thing, okay? He's like, listen, man, if you're gonna do this, make sure you have 10 grand. And then I need 8 grand, and then it's like, Jill wants, hey, I need to buy dumb shit every day, or else I'll get distracted. So, what happens if she gets distracted? That is what I would like to know. Oh, boss left the hoodie anyway. Okay. Alright. Best boss. Yeah. Alright. This is fun. Look at him. They're breathing, existing, living. This is nice. Alright. I'll save my progress. Life backup 1.1. Let's... Oh, don't load. Don't make that mistake. Alright, there we go. Day 7 room. There we go. It was nice. That was very nice heart-to-heart that Jill and Dana had. And, yeah, that was great. That was great. That was great. Dana's the wife. See you next time. Peace.